Okay, welcome back to the top 10 best games of all time. Mr. Gaming Musician, my opinion. And, okay, I've gone through 10, 9, 8, and 7. Number 6 is a game you all know, and if you like the horror genre, you probably really love it. In fact, you probably already know what game I'm talking about. No, I take that back. A lot of you probably thought, is it a Half-Life game? Is it a Dead Space game? I'm sorry. I had to go with Resident Evil 4. This game, this game is awesome. You have a customization of weapons and everything is wonderful. I mean, the enemies, aside from the chainsaw guys with the sacks over their head, are awesome. Plus that, something that a Resident Evil game before Resident Evil 4 hadn't given to me, this game was actually scary. Genuinely scary. Not cheaply scary. You know, the setting with, the Spanish peasants under an infection instead of zombies. A game that really, the literal scares, there's only been one game that ever matched that, and that was Doom 3. Which, by the way, was up for consideration on this list, but, well, I forgot to get it. Resident Evil 4, you have a perfect setting. It's in an old Spanish town, and the president's daughter has been kidnapped. Of course, really, there's only one thing wrong with this game. Leon! 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 God, I can't get past that. Constant screaming of Leon. Okay, coming in at number 5 is a tie of 2 games, both from the Nintendo 64. First, I'm going to show you 3 other games I considered for this list. 2 of them are platformers, 1 is a FPS that I considered for this list, not that is on the list. I considered, and I'm sorry, I know how many people are going to hate me for this, but Banjo-Kazooie, up for consideration. It was too big of a game. Not too long. It's not too long of a game. It's just too big of a game. Super Mario 64. Platforming was wonderful, but, other than the fact that it just speed demoned Super Mario Brothers into the 3D age of platforming, I mean, once you got past that fact, it wasn't really that great. I mean, the graphics still weren't top notch. For the time, maybe, but today, no. And the FPS I considered was Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark is a James Bond style game, and, well, it just goes the way that most James Bond games go. But none of those 3 made it to the list. One of them is maybe not a platformer, but a Nintendo game that had great graphics, great gameplay, and a perfect size. And 2 perfect levels. And 2 horrible levels. Donkey Kong 64. Now, the 2 perfect levels on here are Frantic Factory and Creepy Castle. I think that's it. I mean, Creepy Steeple is from Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. I mean, if I'm getting those 2 mixed up, please inform me. But, yeah, Donkey Kong 64. Because for a game that wasn't technically classified by a lot of people as a platformer, it had some wonderful platforming action. Jumping from thing to thing, mostly from vine to vine, or, of course, the sliding tongues in Angry Aztec, which, by the way, is one of the horrible levels. The two horrible levels, I'll go ahead and tell you, is Angry Aztec and Gloomy Galleon. I can't ever get my crap together on those two levels. I'm serious. I can't ever get my crap together. Like, it takes me so long to get through those levels that there's only one level that it takes me longer to get through than those two. And that one, since you have the day and night system, is understandable. That's Fungi Forest. But, I'm going to touch on some other good things about the game. The reason this surpassed Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie is because in those other two games, you only had one character, and I know y'all are going to be arguing, but Banjo and Kazooie is two characters. Well, they played like one character. In Donkey Kong 64, they really leveled out the collectibles by having 5 different characters. So they base everything on 5. 5 golden bananas for each character. 100 regular bananas for each character. And if you got 75, you got a gold medal. So after 3 levels, you would get to play Jetpack. Which, by the way, you know, Jetpack, it's not too bad on there. The game that really sucks is the Donkey Kong arcade game that you play on there. Like, it is too hard. But, well, as I said, it's a tie, so there's another game on there. And this game, although quite an underdog game, not as well known as Donkey Kong 64, still brought me an equal amount of joy. Not a first-person shooter, but a shooter nonetheless. Fox in the Sky, Star Fox 64. Now, this game really took the original Super Nintendo Star Fox and gave it a major upgrade. Not in graphics, you know. Graphics were a bit better, but graphics still weren't as good as they could have been. They could have spent maybe another year tweaking it. It would have been a little bit better on the graphics. But, put that past you, the gameplay on this is awesome. Like the Blue Marine, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, and the Landmaster, Aquas, and Macbeth. To tell you the truth, I couldn't enjoy the Landmaster battle on Titania. It was just too crazy of a level. Plus that, you gotta save the worst character from this game. No, not Wolf. No, not Andross. Slippy. But, all in all, you know, final boss with Andross. Either way you went, hey, it's a good game. I mean, even if you got to the robotic battle rather than the real thing, it's still pretty cool. But of course, Star Fox Adventures made it useless either way you went. I mean, Star Fox Adventures was like a huge middle finger. Coming in at number 4, ironic enough, I actually don't have the original case to this. Hold on just a second, let me check my time. I don't think I have enough time, but I'm going to go ahead and start talking about it. Coming in at number 4, ironically, Halo 3. As I said, I don't have the original box to it, because this is the, I'm not going to call it the special edition box, but you have the disc itself, and then you have this Halo Essentials disc, which has a few things on here, but they're not really that great. Pretty much the only fun thing is the Warthog flip. But yeah, Halo 3. Why is Halo 3 ahead of Halo Reach? Because there was really nothing to set Halo 3 up. I mean, you gotta admit, the reason I was disappointed at Halo Reach is because they had 2 stories to set it up with, but they set it up with neither, and both of the stories were cool. But even if there was something to set this game up with, it's still an awesome game. Great graphics, second best campaign. The Forge mode was introduced, which was awesome, with the second best multiplayer, second to Halo Reach. Now, with Halo 2, you had a drop off of a lot of the classic weapons. You had the assault rifle out the window. And there was one other weapon that they didn't put in here. Or in Halo 2, I mean. Oh yeah, that's right. They did put it in Halo 2, but it was way too weak. The pistol. On here, they brought some of the power back. But I gotta admit, the Halo 1 pistol just dominated. And, Halo 3, the Scarab battles are awesome. And also, they brought a couple new weapons into the look. Both of them are specialty weapons. The flamethrower and the missile launcher. Now, while the missile launcher isn't as strong as the rocket launcher is, in most cases, it does have the lock-on, so whenever you have a missile launcher during a Scarab battle, it is really helpful. Also, the coincidences of the Scarab battles are really good, because with Scarab battle number 1, you get missile launchers. Scarab battle number 2, you get a Scorpion tank. And you fight 2 Scarabs at once in the 7th level. Scarab battle 3 and 4, you get a Hornet helicopter. Which I have to say, all scenarios are really cool. But, yeah, looks like it's time to end it, and, well, good enough for me. I was just about done talking about Halo 3, so I'll see y'all on the YouTube. Thank you for watching.